Hello fellow gamers and boys alike, this is Claylex and welcome to the first episode of my new series, RPG Now, where I talk about the latest and newest of RPGs from Steam Greenlight to Kickstarter. Today I'll be talking about Studio Mono's RPG, Insomnia. In the background I'm playing a demo of their game, which is a prologue chapter, playing a preset character named Typher, a possible future companion in the final game. The story of this chapter takes place a few days before your main character finds himself in a cryogenic chamber within the herb. You can play this chapter for free, which I'll put a link to down in the description below. Anyways, let's get to the main points of why this RPG may interest you. Insomnia is a dystopia with a dismal diesel punk setting that takes place in a semi-deserted space metropolis. A real-time RPG that focuses heavily on a non-linear plot in an open world, as well as on realistic combat mechanics. What's also great is Brian Fargo, developer of games such as The Bard's Tale, Fallout, Wasteland, and Torment, is greatly interested in the game. Here's what he had to say on it. The team at Studio Mono are working extra hard to convey a mood and detailed world of Insomnia, and it shows. They're creating a rich world that I want to know more about. Not only is he supporting this game, but also Chris Aveling, who worked on Fallout 2 and Pillars of Eternity, who had this to say also. Insomnia looks beautiful, atmospheric, and the range of customization options for your avatar alone is stylistic and downright cool. The game will be made on the Unreal Engine 4. The story of Insomnia unfolds in a massive interstellar spaceship, where the sole descendants of a once great civilization fled from a dying planet, engulfed by the flames of war. Object 6 has now been traveling for over 400 years, hurling towards its destination, the evacuation point. Supposedly a faraway world, the inhabitants of this gargantuan metal ark hope to begin the history of mankind anew. Explore the various abandoned sectors of the station and fight for your life, either on your own or with the help of friendly companions. Follow your own path or join one of the many factions within the game. The choice is yours. As you explore and familiarize yourself with the world of Insomnia, you'll end up in the epicenter of a clash of mighty forces. Learn the truth about what made the Noma leave their home planet, and will become the one who determines the result of the multi-century long journey of the space ark. You play as Herb Citizen number KZ0012. Upon entering the adaptation ward, after being taken out of the Great Sleep, a procedure consisting of multi-year state of anabiosis, number KZ0012 discovers that there's unrest in the close radius, and a state of emergency declared an herb. Number KZ0012 is assigned to Sector D of the close radius, where a series of mysterious circumstances pulls the hero into a large-scale game, where the fate of all the inhabitants of Space Metropolis is at stake. You're about to explore a colossal space metropolis, which is brimming with the secrets of a long-gone civilization. Discover far-off settlements and fascinating residents. Track dangerous creatures born in the confines and depths of the station. Wander around the deserted sectors in search of ancient artifacts, and stay close to the central and more densely populated reservations, where there are thousands of ghettos relentlessly toiling at the Earth's various factories. Soldiers carry out raids and around renegades, all while organized criminal clans clash with the Kezra Zealots over power and control. The fight for survival in the Steel Labyrinth as a space requires more than just a bit of effort on your part. You'll have to face bandits, mutants, dangerous predators, and other hostile residents or areas named with a few. As you explore, you also have to occasionally rest by setting up camp in order to escape the electromagnetic storms, to heal from battle, or closer monitoring the water supply and provisions. You'll have to clear away debris that blocks your path, and figure out how to deal with certain sectors that become overgrown with toxic deadly plants. Develop your character by interacting with your surroundings, be it by having a conversation with your partner, training with a local, creating an object, repairing some broken equipment, breaking into an electronic system, or just by fine-tuning your combat skills. Decisions you make will affect others around you, but they'll also have an impact on your character. As a result, you'll also be able to develop both positive and negative traits. Eventually, you'll have a character with his or her own unique history, strengths, and weaknesses, showcasing the proverbial scars apart from the choice you made. The role-playing system is grounded in 6 attributes: strength, agility, stamina, charisma, intellect, and perception. These attributes rarely affect both the character's basic individual characteristics as well as the game as a whole. On top of these attributes, your character can make use of 12 skills, between combat skills, rifles, heavy weapons, explosive, etc., and professional life skills, medicine, mechanics, survival, reoric, and more. Skills are all by using them, and as you do, your character receives skill points. Each of the 12 skills has its own upgrade tree, where you can use the skill points you collect. The total amount of skill points you can secure is limited, so you need to plan accordingly. So you won't be able to upgrade all the skills to their maximum potential. Another aspect of the role-playing system is the base and acquired characteristics. The base characteristics are the one you select from an expansive list as your character develops. Each one has particular requirements and provides you substantial perks and bonuses. Acquired characteristics are attained by the character based on fulfillment of hidden conditions. For example, a frequently engaged in combat with a particular type of adversary can receive a bonus for fighting them in the future. However, if you consume filthy water and expired food, you could earn yourself a negative attribute to deplete your health levels. As you develop your character, you need to deal with the negative results of your adventure, so it's important to be careful and attentive as you can. While on board the station, you'll find yourself having chance encounters with all kinds of characters and creatures. You might run into a pack of wild mutants looking for their next victim. A wandering merchant might just save you from starvation. A military patrol suddenly arriving in the nick of time, or a big Kara crusade of zealots are blocking your path. The game will constantly generate new interactive objects, mini quests, and unique events that will provide the player dynamic and ever-changing gameplay experience. Insomnia is a combination of complex and branching dialogue, assisting the manage the relationship you create and build with characters and factions, an enormous variety of ways to play the game, and several divergent endings. You'll need to make complex choices that can and will drastically affect the fate of every space station resident. Solve the problem peacefully, apply force, or try to find a less obvious solution. It's your choice, but remember, each action will have a reaction. Inventory and item management is a key and fundamental aspect of the gameplay for Insomnia. Every item in the game has its own function, and might also receive additional information about the game lore. For example, reading books improves your skills and sense gives you unique traits and qualities. Even the most useless of junk can be turned into useful materials for crafting, and sometimes will even take you on an adventure. Almost every item in the game can be disassembled into parts, from the high-tech armor that can be turned to a set of materials, to the old rubber boot that can be turned into a piece of rubber. Parts you get from this assembly are not only good for repairing your equipment, but also for creating new items. Depending on your skill level in medicine, mechanics, and electronics, you'll be able to craft medical supplies, ammo, equipment modifications, and sophisticated gadgets, and create items you'll need blueprints. As you play, you'll discover blueprints by exploring abandoned Object 6, learning from data source, or you might even secure them as a reward for completing the quest. Skills in gathering are going to help you collect materials from fauna and flora. Behind the creature's side with the station's depth, you'll also be able to find pelts, meat, and even plants. With different species of primora plant, will become a source of nutrition and raw material for pills and stimulators. Insomnia features realistic mechanics for melee and range combat. This is thanks to a large array of equipment and weaponry, each with their distinct technical advantages and disadvantages, all in a multi-level injury and damage system, and a tactical pause system that allows for strategic planning. Be ready for unexpected occurrences. You might find a weapon jam at a very inopportune moment, or your companion's panic and refuses to follow orders. Don't be surprised to get your skull bashed in several times, and some points seem too tough. Each battle will require the player to be fully prepared, not only with the right weapons and equipment, but also a clear understanding of the roles taken when engaging in battle as a group. Obviously, preparation is just one part of successful conflict. Actual strategies require also an active use of your surroundings. It would be impossible to bring Insomnia to life without a deliciously vicious and dark ambient soundtrack. The momentous hum machinery never sleeps, the barely noticeable rustle coming from the bottomless mines, or the sickly creaking of the rusty overlays. For several centuries, this spectral core serves its master, its abandoned temple of ancient Demetrius. Insomnia has the dismal aesthetic of an ancient space metropolis, where the ideas expressed by futurologists in the first half of the 20th century are found in the monumental Art Deco and post-apocalyptic noir-style visuals. The art style finds inspiration from movies such as Blade Runner, Metropolis, Dark City, Brazil, and Dead Man's Lighter as to name a few. Insomnia's concept art is not tied to specific geography or historical events. Now that you heard me read through the major points of this, I'll put down my thoughts on this game. I think that Insomnia definitely has potential. I've never been in the Diesel bug before, and now I'm interested in it. The design is excellent, the gameplay looks and feels like a good action RPG with survival moments, and the developers know what they're doing with their material at hand. I'm going to go check this out on their Kickstarter page, which I will leave down in the description below. That's about it for RPG Now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any more RPGs for me to look through for the show, then put them down in the comments. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you fellow gamers and bronies later.